Hello, Marianne.
Hello, Victoria.
How are you this afternoon?
Well, it's actually evening here, but I'm
that's
great.
right. It's evening in Scotland.
How are you?
I'm just waking up because it's America time.
America time.
It's America time. I'm still very tired. Okay, well, this is the Boss Stage Podcast, episode 6. And Simone could not be with us today, so I have my super celebrity guest star, Scottish Queen Marianne. So we'll have her beautiful voice on today. Sounds so buttery and Scottish, like from Game of Thrones instead of my voice. And since we're going into October a little bit here, we're going to talk about some scary games. We played Until Dawn together recently and killed everybody.
We are true monsters now.
Yeah, they're all dead. They're never coming back from that. They're scarred for life, and we did it.
The dreams will be haunted by our faces.
We played Until Dawn. Well, she played it, and I watched, mortified, just making all the decisions. Bad decisions, apparently.
It's terrible decisions.
They're all dead now. And I loved it. I really did. It's too scary for me to play by myself, unfortunately. That's what Marianne is here for.
Exactly. I play, and she does, she sets the mood by screaming and, hiding a lot.
I just sit in my chair in a blanket and just watch what's happening.
She's like, yeah, I finished it. And I'm like, no, I finished it.
You bitch. I was there for emotional support.
That's what it was.
And next time I want to play it with you and stream it and try not to kill anybody. That's the goal.
That's the goal. Even Emily will survive this night.
But I want her to die.
No, everybody includes Emily.
Oh man, she's the worst. Emily's the worst. It was fun. It's a good game, I think. It gets hate, and I don't know why. It's a little bit slower, but it's like a story-driven game.
I think it's mostly narrative. I think that's what annoys them. There's no action.
I mean, there's action when you're getting killed.
Yeah, but any other time, it's more an atmospheric kind of thriller kind of game, I guess.
I mean, and I like how you can beat it really fast. So you can sit down.
You could finish it in one sitting if you went at it.
I think maybe 3 or 4 hours, and you can finish it.
Oh yeah.
So it's short, you know.
I think the first time I played it, I finished it in that day. And I was like, oh, was that it?
Did you kill everyone?
No. Emily and Mike were the only ones alive.
Somehow you kept Emily alive.
Somehow. No matter how much I tried, it was the bitch just didn't die.
She's tenacious.
It was she's immortal.
That's her superpower. And then she can live on forever being mean to Mike.
Exactly. Perfect couple.
No. This time we got to keep all of them alive.
Oh, damn it. I don't actually know. Jess is the only one I don't know how to keep alive, so I might cheat and look that one up.
I kept her alive when I tried to play some of it myself a while back.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that hard. You just have to be really fast. You have to get to her fast, otherwise she's going to die.
Oh, no. There's a bit further in the game, if you, she survives that you have to keep her alive, and I killed her.
Wow. They want her to die. The game really wants Jess to die.
They're you just shouldn't even want this bitch to live.
I hope they make more. Did you see that weird thing, though, where they made an Until Dawn, but it's like a VR thing?
It's like an on-rails shooter, and it's really weird.
I don't understand. I like the first one better. I don't know why they're doing this.
If they could somehow make the first one a first-person narrative experience, that'd be quite creepy.
Yeah, because it's in a carnival setting, I think.
Yeah.
And there's clowns and stuff.
And clowns, everybody knows clowns are the scariest thing.
The scariest thing.
Just, you can't get scarier.
So if they made it Until Dawn 2 Clowns, that'd be scary. It's just called Clowns.
Just until Dawn goes to the circus.
Everyone, it's like Curious George. Every Until Dawn is Until Dawn goes to the zoo. And then it's terrifying. Till Dawn goes to the aquarium and there's zombie sharks. He just goes somewhere.
Bursting out the glass at you and oh my god!
It's like Jaws 3, but it's Until Dawn instead.
Well, Jaws 3, but better.
Yeah, but better. It's not that hard to be better than Jaws 3.
Well, you could be Jaws 4.
You could be Sharknado.
Jaws 3 is a masterpiece compared to that.
Oh, Lord. So, I don't know. I thought it was a good game. I don't know how much else I can say about it. It was fun. It was short.
I was disappointed there was talk of DLC for a long time. But Supermassive, who made the game, they never got down to it.
I mean, it sold enough copies. They should have been able to do something.
Yeah, it sold really well, all considering.
I mean, they should have been able to do something. I don't know. Oh, well. It'd be nice if they could, because then you could play it, and then I could just sit and watch again. I can't play scary games on my own, Marianne.
We know. We played Resident Evil 7 together, I know.
The demo. And then I watched someone else play PT, because I can't play it by myself either.
Oh, damn. I can't even play that game, like, alone with the lights off. I turn the lights on.
And play it at noon.
Yeah, it's like I'm a veteran of horror games, but I will not play that alone or at nighttime.
It's too scary.
It really is. And then if I'm sitting and I'm like, crap, I need to go to the bathroom. It's like, but I'm not going. I'll just sit here and suffer.
It was really, really well done. It's a shame that they couldn't make a full game out of that.
I know. But then again, we don't know what Kojima is doing with this new game. It could be like some sort of weird hybrid.
I think he should have just taken a similar story and called it something different. What are they going to do?
Exactly. Well, I mean, it's Konami. They'd probably go after him for breathing.
Call it not Silent Hills. Not Silent Hills.
Totally not a Konami copyright.
Then what are they going to say? Nothing.
Screaming Gully. That'd be a good one.
I don't know. Because this new one doesn't look that scary unless the trailer was just deceiving.
Yeah, that's what's making me think like he was maybe trying to throw us off. Because you don't really know anything about this new game except Norman Reedus is in it.
I mean, at least there's that. At least you can look at Norman Reedus.
And his booty.
Whether it's weird or not.
It's like just right there in your face.
Kojima knows what we want. He knows
Kojima's like, damn, take your pants off.
Like, I played the first couple minutes of Ground Zeroes, and the main character was immediately laying on the floor, and the camera was, like, centered right on his butt. And I was like...
Right on it. Like, this is what you're playing.
I was like, at least he knows. He's like, they've been looking at half-naked girls forever, so I'm going to give them all this male butt.
It's just like the whole game is like a male body appreciation kind of thing.
It's nice of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
How did we go from horror games to
to
solid
big boss's butt?
Big booty.
That's what they should call him, Big Booty Boss.
Solid booty.
That's his nickname.
Oh God.
Because we were talking about Kojima, but that's okay because we miss PT.
We do.
But the Resident Evil 7 demo, I don't think it was that scary. What I watched you play of it, the only really scary part is right at the end. I guess the mannequins were kind of creepy.
The mannequins, it was weird. Ever since they've updated it, like in the old one, the mannequins used to move.
Yeah.
But they don't seem to move now.
They moved in the first demo?
Yeah. And like the very first demo, before you activated like the staircase to go into the attic, if you went down the corner and had a look at stuff, you'd come back and the mannequins would have moved like in front of the stairs.
That's terrifying.
But they don't do it now because I tested it out.
I mean, that's weird considering the second updated version of the demo is supposed to be scarier because it's all night.
Yeah.
But they don't have them move anymore? I don't know.
I didn't think it was... Well, I did. I thought the atmosphere was scary. But, like, it's not trying to be, like, plain jump scares. Like, boo, there you go.
Yeah, except for when you run into that ghost girl like we did.
Yeah, we spent, like, half an hour. We're like, we're gonna trigger her, and then we triggered her, and we just about, like, fell off the bed.
It is scary when you actually do trigger her. Because she just appears really fast in the corner of the screen, and you're like, no!
Because, like, we tried so hard to trigger her, and we were like, oh, we're not going to get her. And then I just walked past, and all I heard was Victoria going, ah!
That's how you know you did something
I was like,
right.
what? And then I saw it just as she was disappearing, and the two of us just sat and screamed for, like, 5 minutes.
That's probably the best part of the demo, which is really funny considering it's such a short little trigger.
Yeah.
Of the ghost girl. And you can see her in maybe 7 or 8 different instances.
I think we saw her twice.
Yeah, you saw her twice. The second time, she was so fast, I didn't see her.
Yeah, I think you looked away because you were that scared. You were like, no, I don't want to.
Wow. You don't know what I was doing? You weren't here.
I wasn't hiding under a blanket.
I was full on looking at the screen.
I was like light up at it.
I had my eyes open with my fingers. I was holding them open. No, I was probably not looking.
Oh, God.
Because she was the scariest part of the demo. And then kind of the food. Like when you open the fridge and there's a dead body in there, you're like, of course there is. Why wouldn't there be a dead body in here?
It's like those dang hellbillies.
And they're eating people.
Every time.
Why do you think, this is what I was confused about, and I was asking a friend about this, why in a Resident Evil game are there ghosts and inbred hillbillies?
I mean, it's weird because I've played all of the Resident Evil games, and to my knowledge there isn't any ghosts, like proper ghosts in the games. The hillbillies are probably closest to the villagers in Resident Evil 4. They weren't like full-on zombies. They could talk, and they were kind of in their own mind, but they were like, it was like almost like a hive mind kind of thing.
Do you think that's why they say welcome to the family?
Yeah, I think like the infection is maybe something to do with them, whatever kind of virus this is.
That's what I was wondering, because you've played them all, and I haven't. I've seen a couple played, but it's just one of those series that kind of got away from me. Like, they were coming out, and I wasn't playing them because I was playing other things.
Yeah.
And again, they're scary, so, you know, not as scary as Silent Hill, but still scary.
No, definitely not.
So I was trying to Google some of the lore and kind of figure out why there would be ghosts, and I couldn't find anything.
No, there's no ghosts that I can think of in like the Resident Evil series. None that are like prominent. They've maybe had like Easter eggs of like previous characters as ghosts. I'm sure they did have one in like Resident Evil 3. I can't remember.
That's so weird. Maybe they were just doing it just to give you a good jump scare, but it doesn't really have to do with the story.
Because like if you watch the trailers for Resident, like the new trailers that have come out for 7, there's like a girl's voice talking to like the main character. I would assume he's called Ethan. And it makes me think that maybe this ghost girl was her. And she was killed by the hillbillies, and he's gone there to look for her, and shit's gone down.
You know so much about this game.
I'm like, ever since the demo hit, I've been obsessed.
Yeah, you've really, really looked into it.
Yeah. I gotta know the backstory. It just makes it more interesting.
Yeah, I really, really was curious about it, but I couldn't find too much. That makes sense, though. I was thinking that the hillbillies are probably insane because of the virus. Like, they've got, like, really bloodshot-looking eyes, which the NPCs that were all infected in Resident Evil 4, they had a very similar look, like, in their eyes. They were all bloodshot, and they looked really angry, and, yeah, they've got a really similar, like, feel, which is why I'm really excited, because Resident Evil 4 was my favourite. I mean, if they went back to that, that would make sense, because they've been getting a lot of hate lately for the newer ones.
Yeah, everything kind of went downhill, because I think Resident Evil 4 got so much praise. They wanted every other game to be like that, and then it just kind of got lost along the way.
I mean, the demo looks really good. I just hate that there's not so much information, because as soon as I see something, I want to know more.
Yeah, you're like, every time she saw something, she was like, who's that? What does that mean? I'm like, I don't know.
Well, they should have told us. It's bullshit. I know they're trying to keep an air of mystery.
Well, I think there's one more update coming, so we'll definitely play through that.
Yeah, I'll watch you play it. Now that I have this capture card thing, we can record it.
Exactly, and we can stream it to all these beautiful people.
We can record me screaming. I think people like that. Isn't that the most watched streams? They're like just scared
Just
people.
a lot of screaming, yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm good at, so it'll be fine.
And I'll be like the really hard and brave friend that actually plays the games.
You were brave in the Resident Evil 7 demo. You were very brave.
It's probably because I can time every single trigger like to the second now. I've played it that much.
That's probably what it is. And you've already played Until Dawn a few times by the time we played together.
There was a couple of times like I hadn't picked the choices you did, and the effects of that, like, they freaked me out. I was like, whoa, I didn't know it did that kind of thing. So that was interesting.
Yeah, I think it's actually really fun to play with other people and have them choose, because they're not going to pick what you did, because we're all different, clearly.
Exactly.
And so then they see a different outcome based on what they would have done.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really interesting. I feel like you can almost judge a person on that. Like, wow, really? You chose that?
Like, wow, you're a monster.
I didn't know who you were this whole time.
We can't be friends anymore.
I didn't know you. You kept Emily alive?
Oh, God.
So that's interesting, but we'll do that again Until Dawn one more time.
Yeah. One more time. And I think we'll definitely have to play Outlast.
Yeah, I was just going to start talking about that, actually, because I think that looks like the scariest game I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, it freaked me out, like, so bad. And the DLC is even worse.
So this is another situation where you just play and I watch, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Because it looks awful. I read through what it was about, and I was like, no, I'm not in that.
It's like, no, you know what? I'll just get Marianne to buy it, and then I'll be fine.
It's even worse than the other two. Oh,
it's really, like, they nailed it.
There's this guy who, like, takes people's skin. Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Is that... Oh, that'll be the Doctor, probably. He's in the main game. And then there's a guy called Gluskin in the DLC, and oh, you'll love him. He's delightful.
I feel like you're being sarcastic.
Yeah, you'll see.
Oh, I'm trying to think of other things. That one I'm really scared of. I'm really scared for us to play that one.
Oh, God.
But so we can do Until Dawn. We can do the Resident Evil 7 demo one more time.
Kind of like going back to Resident Evil, I have just bought Resident Evil 4. Like, they obviously released the HD version for PS4. So I'd be interested to see, like, once you've played that, and then you think about Resident Evil 7, you'll see there's quite a lot, like, connecting it.
You did buy 4?
I did buy 4, yeah.
Oh, shit, now I'm going to have to buy it. Look what you did. Is it really scary?
It has its moments, but it's more, like, action-based a lot of the time. I think you'd be okay.
Is it a first-person shooter, or is it a third-person?
It's third-person.
Look at me. I sound like I don't know what I'm talking about. What is Resident Evil, Marianne?
It's a game?
Is that a game?
I thought it was movies. Terrible, terrible movies.
I saw all those terrible movies, too.
Oh, God. They're making a new one. I just kind of, like, gagged when I saw the trailer.
I think they're just funding themselves at this point. They're like, let's just keep making them. People love them.
It's like, how much have you got in your back pockets? Let's do this shit.
Oh my gosh, it's not that much. I guess I'll buy Resident Evil 4. God damn it.
Yeah. You need to experience it.
And you're Leon with his pretty hair.
Leon is just life. I remember the very first time I played Resident Evil 4, it was on the GameCube when it came out. And, like, I was super young, still quite young at the time. And I was like, oh my God, he's so beautiful. He was my first video game crush. Still going strong today.
Still going strong.
Every time I see him, I'm like, oh, damn.
I think that's just, like, the younger Marianne in you, because he's got really bad hair.
Yeah. I look at it now and I'm like...
stringy middle part.
It's like, I probably cut that off, but still.
You're like, let's give you a nicer haircut.
It's like, let's slick it back a little bit, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
So I guess I'll get it. I don't know. How would we do a joint stream of that? We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
If it's not as scary as the 7.
Or, like, you don't need to buy it. I could just hand you the controller over on SharePlay.
Yeah, I'm worried about how it'll go through, but we did okay when we did Diablo, so.
Yeah, and I mean that's a quite a big like online game, so it held pretty well.
Yeah, I think so. If we can actually get share play to work.
Yeah, it takes a while. I think we'll spend most of the time trying to get that to work instead of setting up the stream.
Yeah, you spend 2 hours getting share play to work, and then spend hours getting the stream to work, and then you go to bed and you don't have any time to stream. Now it's bedtime.
It's like every time.
Every time.
Nah, we'll figure it out.
I gotta look up other scary games. There was another one on the PlayStation Store I wanted us to play, and I'm trying to remember what it was called.
There were like so many. The PS they released the like they do the PS2 games.
Right.
There's one called Forbidden Siren, and those are one of like my favorite games of all time. I have the second one on PS2. Like I'd never played it, and oh, they're so good.
Oh, I wanted to walk through the Evil Within, but I don't think you own it.
Oh, I think I do actually.
What?
I think I have it, yeah.
We should do that, because that is really terrifying.
And if I don't have it, it's like super cheap, I can pick it up for like £8.
Yeah, for some reason people didn't like it. And I do think that the graphics are...
The graphics are a bit shaky. Like sometimes you're like, oh wow, that looks pretty cool. And then other times you look at it and you're like, that looks like a PS2 game.
Yeah, sometimes it does, but the story is really interesting.
Yeah, and like the visuals as well, they're like, they're disgusting at times, but they're really, I don't know, they're just really pretty as well.
And it has a good twist, and I like twists.
Yeah. Like, I didn't see it coming. I was like, oh, damn.
It's a really good twist. I mean, I think that those are enough games. That's like 4 right there.
Oh, and like, if we could fit another one in, there's one more I'd like to play with you. But even I'm scared of it, and that's Alien Isolation.
Is it survival horror? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's terrifying. Like, when I got it, I was so excited. And then, like, 2 hours into it, it's a really slow starter. But, like, 2 hours into it, it starts to kick off. And I had to pause it, like, every time the alien came. I was like, nope.
It's pretty cheap. We could do that.
Yeah, we should do that.
It's going to be, we can only do it on the weekend. But up until Halloween, we can try and stream as many horror games as possible.
That's the goal.
The Resident Evil 7 demo is really short, so that would be like 2 seconds.
I mean, we could fit that in, and then like we can swap over to another game.
Yeah, because I think we finished that in like 10 minutes, if that.
Yeah, I mean, like to get the proper endings and like get all the secrets, it takes maybe about 15 minutes for me, at most.
Yeah, and if we're trying to trigger the scary ass ghost girl.
Yeah.
So we can do that, and then is Outlast a long game?
Outlast, the main game is quite long. I think that would take a couple of attempts. I mean, if we streamed, maybe we did longer streams for stuff like that.
Okay.
We could probably get it done in like a couple of weekends. The DLC isn't too long, so.
Okay. I mean, we'll try our best. It's just going to be me yelling anyway, because I think the only one I can actually play with you is Resident Evil 4, and all the other ones I have to just observe.
Yeah, it's like, there's a gun in this one. This makes me feel a bit safer.
Yeah, because in Outlast, don't you have no weapons?
No, you have a video camera, and there's a section in the game that I won't spoil for you, but you're not going to enjoy it.
No.
I'm not going to tell you anything about it.
I don't like the games. I mean, I understand they're doing it for it to be scarier, because if you have no way to defend yourself, you're mortified.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point. But it's like, if I was in a scary situation, I would find something to defend myself with. Even like a piece of wood.
Like so many times he walks past like crutches, or like one time he walked past a set of knives, and I was like, just pick one up. Oh my God.
That's what makes it so infuriating, is that you can't pick up any weapons, but that's what you would do in a real life situation.
It's like if I was locked into an insane asylum with nightmares and the devil and like everything, I'd just find the nearest chair and attack everyone with it.
Like run to the kitchen and find a butcher's knife.
I wouldn't go to the kitchen. There's a cannibal that cooks people in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just give that place a wipe.
I don't think that you know that, though, if you're him. You go there looking for a knife and you're like, this was a bad idea.
This was a mistake.
I guess if you were going to be a cannibal, that's where you'd want to hang out, is in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So be the next all your cannibal pots and pans.
And your cannibal spices.
Your cannibal spices. I'm going to put some basil and thyme on this guy.
Some cumin.
That's going to heat up real nice.
Just let that simmer for 20 minutes.
It's like Top Chef cannibal. Cannibal Top Chef.
Oh my God.
You go in there and he's just mixing his spices. He's a classy cannibal. It's like Hannibal. He's classy.
Exactly.
I doubt that the cannibal in Outlast is classy, though, right?
Yeah, no. I don't think he even has pants on.
Oh, well, I mean, it'll just get in the way of his food.
Exactly.
He's like, I don't wear pants when I'm eating.
Like, this is all part of the process. Trust me, I'm a professional.
Yeah, he really is. So I don't want to give too much of this. I don't want to know too much of the story. I guess you already said that there's like a devil situation.
It's kind of, there's a religious kind of undertones to it.
Are these people who were in the insane asylum when it was open or no?
Yeah, they're all patients except for you. You're like an investigative journalist. And you get sent there by a whistleblower, and that all ties in with the DLC that's also called Whistleblower.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, it's really smart the way they do it.
I mean, I feel like it's like the same thing in The Evil Within when you go investigate. Just stop investigating. Leave it alone. If there's an abandoned asylum or something, it doesn't need to be investigated.
It's probably haunted or cursed or just something. Don't even attempt it.
That's what they're always about. Like, remember we were playing the demo for Resident Evil 7 and they were, like, filming it for like a ghost hunter show. And I'm like, just don't go in there. Just don't.
It's like, why would you do that? It's not like anybody goes to a zoo and thinks, I'm not going to investigate this. It's probably haunted.
Like, you can just stay home.
And just not do that.
Just stay home and watch some Netflix. You don't have to investigate.
Like, if you want to see some scary monsters, just skip to, like, the last 2 episodes of Stranger Things and you're fine.
There you go. They don't even need to go. But it's the same thing with everyone. And, I mean, I guess that's a good premise. I don't know how else you can get someone normal into a scary situation for a video game, but it's still so dumb because you know you would never go there. Like, if you were the guy in Outlast, you're like, number one, I would never go to this insane asylum. Number two, while I'm in there, I'd be picking up weapons all over the place. So it's not representative of what you would have done.
No. Because, like, the whole playthrough, I was like, damn, I wish I had like a wrench or something, and it's like, oh wait, I passed a wrench like 6 hours ago.
But it's not going to let you pick it up, and I mean, I understand that's the mechanics of the game, but it's still so frustrating because you're like, if this was me, I would have like a tool belt full of the knives and the wrenches and like a hammer.
Like a full like anti-psycho utility belt.
You'd have to put something together if you were stuck in there.
I think they try to make it that like he doesn't do it out of fear, that he doesn't want to hurt them because he thinks like they're still kind of innocent, they're just insane.
The cannibal is innocent.
If they're coming at me, I'm going to attack them.
Like, even though they're innocent, if they're attacking you, it's self-defense.
Exactly.
And I don't feel like that the cannibal not wearing pants is that innocent.
just letting it swing about and you're like, oh, okay.
You find him and you're like, this guy's nice. Like, I don't want to hurt him. Like, no pants, like, gnawing on a leg.
I feel like kids.
Like a drumstick, and you're like, I just want to help this man. I just want to be his friend. And he's like, while he's, like, cutting up...
Just want to give him cooking tips.
You're in a big boiling pot, and he's chopping carrots into the pot, and you're still like, I just want to be friends with this guy.
It's like, I don't want to hurt him. I want to take him out to the movies and have a good time.
I want to add him on Facebook and then just be friends. It makes no sense. All right, whatever. I'll play it. I'm not going to hold any judgment till I watch you play it.
Yeah.
But it's still, I'm just going to be yelling at the guy the whole stream. Like, pick that up, you idiot. Pick up that wrench. Pick up something and protect yourself. It's like you want to die.
I mean, there is one big reason why he doesn't have weapons. But I'm not going to spoil that for you.
Yeah, don't spoil too much.
No.
They have to make up some kind of reason, otherwise it won't make any sense.
Exactly.
And if it's just that he's too nice to the cannibal, I don't really believe that. I don't believe that reason.
Him and the cannibal are in cahoots.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's the twist at the end. He's like, I was actually the cannibal the whole time. No! Whoa!
Oh my god.
That's a great twist. I don't know. And the Evil Within is the same way. Do you have a gun in the Evil Within?
You do. You get weapons in the Evil Within.
Okay, so at least you're not too scared to kill people.
Yeah, the Evil Within, was it directed by the same person who made Resident Evil 4? So, like, you'll play 1 and then you'll go to, like, Resident Evil 4 and you'll be like, damn, these are quite similar, like, in style.
Right. I feel like the Evil Within is scarier, though.
Yeah, the Evil Within is more like horror, whereas, like, if you played Resident Evil back in the day when it came out, you'd be like, damn, this is, like, the scariest thing ever. But now you'd look at it and be like, oh, that's kind of scary, I guess.
Well, because now we have things like PT and, you know.
And, like, yeah, exactly.
And Until Dawn. And
you've been spoiled by, like, these really atmospheric and, like, visually terrifying games.
Yeah, so now we play Resident Evil 4 and we're like, this is nice.
It's like we breeze through this.
Like, I remember the first time I played BioShock back in the day, I was really scared.
Yeah.
And I just replayed it the other day, and I was just like, running through it with a gun, just killing everybody. And I was like, this isn't scary at all. This is just fun. I was just murdering everyone.
I just bought the collection today, so I'll probably be like, I've played the first BioShock about 6 times, but I don't even care.
You should still replay it. It's great.
I'm going to play all.
It looks really pretty, too.
I'm going to play them.
You'll see the difference as soon as you put it in.
Because Rapture is, like, one of my favourite video game settings, so I'll just be, like, going about going, ooh, like some sort of tourist.
And you get to do it 3 times, because in 1 you're in Rapture, and in 2, and then in Burial at Sea you are again.
Yeah, but you play as Elizabeth in Burial at Sea, and it's all really weird. Like, I remember my friend played Burial at Sea, and I watched him, and I was like, okay, no, wait, now I'm confused. And, like, I've played them all, but I'm super confused.
It's really pretty, Burial at Sea, though, because it is like when Rapture wasn't destroyed and it was still running. And so you get to walk around and look. And I turned it on, and all I was doing was looking out the window at all the fish. And I was like, there's a whale! And I'm like, I should be playing this game, but I'm just going to stand here. I'm going to look at the whale instead.
I'll be like going into all the shops and the clubs and be like, ooh.
That's fun too. You can go into the record store and all the different shops.
Yeah.
And the bar. And then you're like, oh, I forgot I had a quest.
You're like, oh, yeah, it's just like a walking around simulator.
I thought that's what this was.
Got shit.
It's just Rapture, the walking around simulator.
Play that though.
I'd play that. But that's not a scary game, so... But I could talk about... I just love talking about BioShock.
That's for another time, though.
I just love it so much I could spend all day talking about it.
It's like she has a whole, like, segment where she'll just go on for an hour about, like, Infinite. And I'm like, I've heard this before. I definitely have.
I would do that, but nobody would listen to it. Just me describing how much I loved Infinite. I'm going to list 100 ways how I love Infinite, and everyone just shuts their phone off. This is garbage.
Everyone just, like, unsubscribes and, like, no.
And I'm like, this is my artistic vision. It's like a poem.
I'm now going to do an interpretive dance of why I love BioShock Infinite.
People are like, I'm never watching this ever again.
It's like, wow, she is crazy.
You're not even cute enough for this to be okay. I could, though. And it'd just all be about Booker. 100 ways in which I love Booker.
100 reasons Booker DeWitt is basically the perfect man.
Which is really funny because he's not.
He's really not.
He's such a shitty guy.
You're an asshole.
It's like, I love him so much, but he's such an asshole. That explains my choices in men. I blame Booker.
Booker DeWitt has ruined our taste in men.
Because they're all assholes and I blame Booker. But, okay, so I think we have, like, a bunch of games now. Alien, Outlast, Evil Within. I like the Evil Within because of how, without giving away too many spoilers, aren't there parts where, like, he's kind of in a dream?
Yeah, there is. It's like the hub world is, like, kind of in a dream.
And then he goes back to the actual building and stuff like that?
Yeah, although there are parts when you think, is this the dream or is this the dream?
Whoa!
Oh!
I mean, it's a really good story because I never thought I would play it myself because of how scary it is. So I researched. So unfortunately, I know the ending because I wanted to know. I'm sorry. Okay.
I've not played the DLCs for it, so they're pretty cheap as well. I could probably pick them up.
I never thought that I would have a Scottish best friend who would be willing to play these games for me. But I wanted to know the ending, so I just looked it up.
You didn't know me well enough back then.
I wasn't psychic enough to know.
No. It's like, one day we're going to be best friends.
One day. First I just stalked you, and then I was like, now we're going to be best friends. Now!
It's like, this is the moment.
And then, so I didn't know back then when I was researching The Evil Within that one day someone would be willing to play them for me, and I could just watch them. And I don't know, like, with Until Dawn, it was easy for us because I would make the choices for you, and you would just click on the choices. But this time, I guess I'm just kind of going to be watching because there aren't really a lot of choices, right?
I don't think there are really any big choices. You can, like, maybe, like, should I go down the left hallway or the right hallway or go straight ahead kind of stuff.
So I'll just yell at the screen. Go that
way! So you're going to be there to, like, provide commentary and laugh at my terrible jokes.
Oh, okay. That's all I'm good for.
That's what you're here for.
You're here to make my jokes validate. Validate my jokes.
It's like, laugh at my jokes. Do it.
It's like I'm a monkey. Dance, monkey. Dance.
Just laugh, Victoria. Laugh.
I mean, I will. I'll be that for you. Don't worry.
Good.
In The Evil Within, and then in Outlast. In Outlast, you do have to kind of decide which way you want to go.
Yeah, Outlast, there's more than one way to, like, get through certain areas, so I'll let you pick them.
I'll probably get us killed.
Probably.
What happens if you get killed? Do you restart all the way from the beginning?
No, if you get killed, it saves quite regularly, so if you get killed, you just start wherever it saved last. Okay.
Because I'd be furious. They're like, oh, you died for real. Start over from the beginning.
It's like, start over, scrub.
I mean, so if you, like, turn down a certain way and something starts attacking you, you just die because you have no way to protect yourself?
The best thing to do is to run and to hide.
So it'll let you run away?
Yeah, it's got, like, a run and a look behind mechanic, so you can look behind you while you're running to see how far away, like, the bad guy is from you.
That's terrifying.
It is terrifying, honestly. It's genius, but it's terrifying.
I mean, I guess it's genius, but too scary to be real.
Yeah. Because, like, I know every game has this now, but you can, like, creep behind corners and look through, like, look over a crack in a doorway and, like, see if there's anything coming. And, like, when I first played it, I was terrified to look past the doorway.
That's really scary. I mean, they do that a lot in PT, and that's part of the scariest thing is that you have to, like, go into the bathroom, but you don't want to. You're like, nah, fuck, I don't have to go to the bathroom that bad. I'm just going to leave.
It's like, you know what? I'll just go in the hallway. It's fine.
Yeah, I really don't need this right now. Like, you're, like sitting there, just go in the bathroom.
Just go outside.
The ghost lady's, like, waiting for you to finish. You're like, sorry, hold on.
She's, like, sitting in the bath.
I was very scared. I had to use the restroom.
She's standing there like, come on, I need to kill you today. And it's like, yeah, I'm just about finished. I need to wash my hands.
It's nice of you to be so patient.
I want to be clean and hygienic when I get brutally murdered.
That way, when they come for your body, like, it'll be the best representation of yourself. Like, her hands are clean.
You've gone and, like, done your hair and your makeup. It's like, damn, look at those eyebrows.
Yeah, my eyebrows are on point when I die. They're perfect arches. Then I can have an open casket funeral. Because my eyebrows will be
It's so like your face is like all messed up and bloody, but your eyebrows are just there.
Yeah, while the ghost is murdering me, I'm like, please don't touch my eyebrows. This took an hour this morning. Just don't touch them. Everything else is fair game.
It's like, you can touch my face, I don't even care.
Just not the brows. And she's like a really nice lady, so she respects that. She's like, listen, when I was alive, I was really into makeup.
She's like, you see these nails? These used to take hours.
She's got these long, beautiful nails that she uses to cut you up with. She's like, listen, I respect your choices, but you're just
sitting there like, oh, damn.
Oh, damn. You're complimenting her as she's murdering you. You look so good.
Like, who does your nails? Can I get the number?
Satan. You could call him with a Ouija board.
Don't worry, you'll see him soon. Yeah. He takes direct appointments.
Oh my god. We should just make that game. I think only we would play it, but, you know.
I think so.
It still is a good idea. It's like a respectful horror game. That's why we made the cannibal respectful.
Exactly. I mean, he's not really respectful. Oh. Like, he'll sit and scream at you like as you're leaving the gym.
That is rude. Okay, so he lets you leave the room?
Yeah, he doesn't attack you. I can't remember if he's in the main game or if he's in Whistleblower or if he's in both. But he's just standing behind the counter. He won't attack you. He'll let you leave.
That is weird.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you just spoiled it, because if he's in the DLC, then you don't kill him either.
No, but there's another cannibal, I think.
This game is just full of cannibals!
There's so many!
How many do you need? Oh my god. I don't feel like you need more than one cannibal per video game.
It's like the trailer for, like, Outlast 2. That was meant to be out by Halloween. We could have played that, but they pushed it to 2017.
Was that the trailer where you're in the cornfield?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then they released a new one when he was, like, in a town, and then he opened the door, and he was in a school. And I was like, what?
There's a new trailer?
Yeah, it was. They released it a while ago, and he's like investigating a town, and then he goes through this door, and he ends up in like a super lit up school, and you're like, oh, this isn't scary. Then all the lights go out, and you're like, oh, for fuck's sake.
You're like, finally, I'm in a lit. Oh, I spoke too soon. Damn it.
It's like, I'm just gonna get into this locker and never come out.
You lock it, and then you're like, this is my home now.
It's like high school all over again.
I'm being bullied by ghosts again. Oh my gosh. I'll have to watch that. I'm not up on current horror trailers because it's not my favorite thing.
Yeah.
But I did watch the one where it was a playthrough of the cornfield, and I was terrified. Yeah. Like, I was watching the trailer through my fingers. I was like, no, don't leave the cornfield. And then he got in, like, this barrel, and I was like, don't get out of the barrel. Just make that your home now.
It's like, just stay there till the sun comes up.
And there's just all these people out there looking for him, and I'm like, why does this whole family of farmers want to murder you?
Because I heard rumours that, like, that's only, like, the opening of the game, and that guy isn't the main character, which would be interesting if it's true, because apparently all the trailers take place in, like, the opening prologue of the game.
Oh, so we don't even know anything about the actual game.
Yeah, if that's true, because it all looks like it takes place in the same kind of area, because they'll have different areas for different levels of the game.
Did the first one have that? I thought it was all in the asylum.
It's all in the asylum, but it's like there's loading screens for different areas of the asylum, and that's like triggering a new level.
Oh, okay. So it's the same building, but you're like in this area. You're in like where they live, and now you're in the cafeteria, stuff like that.
Yeah, because you can't backtrack. So once you go into like a certain new area and it loads it in, you can't go back up to the old area.
I mean, that's really smart of them, because I would just get lost in the building.
Yeah, that's like a way to make sure you keep going the way you're meant to go.
Whoa. I think that's a good idea. But, so that's kind of weird considering the new Outlast trailers are not the main game, because isn't the Resident Evil 7 demo the same way? Like, the demos aren't really the game at all.
It's like the demo it's like a prologue to the main game, so it's setting up what will happen in the main game.
Did you watch the gameplay trailer for Resident Evil 7 that's like the lantern one?
Yeah, I did, and it's got the woman in it.
Yeah, what's that about? Do you know anything?
It's making me think that you switch characters. It's like a Resident Evil 6 kind of thing, where you can switch characters and experience the story from a different point of view.
Because in that one, you were a girl, I could tell.
Yeah,
and
that makes me think you're the girl that's talking to Ethan in the latest trailer.
Oh, okay.
And
it's a different house, though. It's not the same house.
Yeah, it's like it's maybe in like all this one big farmland kind of thing.
That makes sense.
It looks like kind of farming kind of buildings, you know, how they're all old, and I don't know, they just look like they'd be farmhouses.
Yeah, because in the Lantern trailer, it's a different house, kind of, and it had a weird bayou feel to it, but I know that's not where it's supposed to be located.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm actually going into Glasgow next Thursday, and I'll get to try a Resident Evil 7 demo that isn't the Twilight demo on PlayStation VR, so that should be interesting.
It's not the one we've been playing?
It's not the Twilight demo. As far as I've been made aware, it's a different demo.
Whoa.
It makes me think it might be the Lantern demo, and I would like to try that.
You're going to have to let us know what it is.
I will.
Because if it's the Lantern demo, because we don't get to play the Lantern demo, we just get to watch it.
No. The Lantern demo was, I think they made that for VR, like to show it off, which makes me think that's what they're going to make me play.
Which is terrifying because it's scarier than the regular demo.
Oh yeah, and I've never really tried VR before, so like I'll sit down and I'll start flailing about and screaming, and I'll probably get kicked out and just in bed.
You still have the headset on and you're like kicking the guy. You're like, no, I'm terrified.
Like what? I like run out with the headset on, but like plus side, I've got a free PlayStation VR.
Yeah, on the plus side, I just stole like a $700 piece of equipment.
This is mine now.
You're like, I was so scared I got this for free. I mean, I think that would be cool. But in the Lantern demo, she's chasing you like the whole fucking time.
Yeah. I mean, there's a room where you have to solve a puzzle in the Lantern demo, and even then she doesn't cut you a break. Like, you have to duck around and hide if you hear her coming, and if she finds you, then that's it, you're done.
Yeah, and you can hear her the whole time. She's kind of calling out for you, and you're like, oh, God damn it.
And
just leave me alone.
It's really smart, because even if she's miles away, you'll hear like a creak in the floorboards. It could just be a creak, or it could be her.
Is that smart,
and you're
or
like,
is that just mean?
It's mean, but it's also really smart for like the atmosphere and stuff.
I mean, it'll be interesting. If it is the Lantern demo, you have to let us know. And
I will. And if it's some magical demo that nobody's ever seen before, I'll be definitely telling you all about it.
Yeah, then you really have to let us know.
Yeah.
Because I want to know more about that story. Even though I don't like things that are scary, it's just pissing me off that they're not releasing any more information about it.
They're keeping it really close to their chest, which makes me think that it's going to be some sort of weird, over-the-top, Capcom-like Resident Evil story.
I mean, I hope so. Then when it comes out, I'll get to watch you play it.
Exactly. If it doesn't get delayed, it's January 24th, so we'll definitely play it.
All right, well, we're running a little bit long now, but so we're going to try to stream as many horror games as we can before Halloween. Apparently, we have so many on tap that we might not be able to get to them all. It might go over Halloween, which is fine.
And hopefully we're planning to start a little earlier, like next weekend, because I'm going away on holiday.
Yeah, we have to start a little bit earlier because somebody needs to go on a fancy vacation.
Hey, look, I earned it, okay? all these video games weren't getting played themselves. I earned it.
Yeah, no one was going to play these video games but me.
Exactly.
So, and then I'm not sure what we're going to start with yet. I guess we can talk about it.
Yeah, there'll be more info like on our Twitters, more or less.
That's what I was going to say. My Twitter is @MiniBossMaven, and yours has a couple different eyes in it. So what's yours?
So mine is Miss, and then I think is it called an underscore? I literally don't even know.
Yeah, underscore.
It's Miss_Mary, and it's 3 eyes at the end.
Okay, so Mary has 3 eyes at the end.
Yeah.
So MISS_MARIII.
That's it.
Okay. Yeah, mine's like spelt the way it sounds, so it's easier. And then whenever I do someone else's, I'm like, fuck.
It's like, you know what? You just say it.
Twitter makes us have underscores and multiple eyes and like an @ symbol and like, I'm video game lover 278950.
It's like that video game lover was taken by somebody that's tweeted once like 6 years ago.
Yeah, just delete it so I can have it. Why do you do this to me? Okay, well, it was magical having my Scottish witch twin on with me. Yay. I appreciate you being here today.
Thank you for having me.
We'll have you on way more times.
I hope so.
You'll be my Scottish queen regular.
Unless, like, everybody hates me and they're like, oh, I have to cut you out of this.
Then
Sorry.
they can't be my friend anymore. If they we can't be friends anymore.
It's like, you know what? Just stop listening then.
And then we'll start streaming things before Halloween, so I'd look out for that. We need to make a joint Twitch channel.
We do.
And then
we need to come up with a name first, though. That's the most important.
We'll tell people what it is online. It'll be a good name.
It will. We'll brainstorm.
Okay, that's all I have, hun. You have anything else?
Nope, I'm done.
Okay, until next time.
Bye.